Welcome to Hero Power. This is episode 125. Hey, do you guys know we've been doing the exact same thing every Wednesday night for 2.5 years now? Zeroshio's muted again. I just wanted to throw that out there, guys. Is that not awesome?
If you missed the pre-show, I'm sorry. Y'all gotta show up for the pre-show.
Well, part one or part two?
Yeah. All right, guys. As always, I am your host, Avantes, and I'm joined by my co-hosts, Zeroshio.
What is up? Wait for it. Gang.
Hey, there it is. And Versika.
2.5 years of this. 2.5 years.
How many head shakes is that in 2.5 years?
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah. All right.
A chiropractor would not recommend it.
All right. Well, let's. We got a little bit to talk about today. Just a little bit. I do have a shout out real quick, and it's a funny story, similar to what Zeroshio had last week, but mine was I was playtesting tonight's deck, and I was playing it in casual because I had never played the deck before, and the very first person I come up against, he's playing Shaman, and we have a really good game. I just managed to kind of get the nuts with the deck, and you'll see it later tonight, but I end up beating the guy, and he immediately sends me a friend request. And I'm talking, and I'm talking to one of my friends, and he was spectating me. He was spectating the match because he had the watch and learn quest, and he was like, "Oh, that's gonna be salt," because I beat the guy pretty bad. Well, turns out the guy was impressed with the deck. His name is the Axel. So the Axel, if you're listening and or watching, he was very upbeat. He was very nice. He said it was nice seeing somebody play something that wasn't so normal that you would see all the time. And he even then turned around and shared his 80 gold quest with me, and we played a rematch. So as we've said sometimes, not all immediate friend requests are salt. You never know unless you try. So,
and to be honest, I've had more non-salty friend requests because, I'm internet famous as the two-time Hearth Coach patron champion. We got to see how many weeks in a row I can keep this up. But, no, a lot of people don't like accepting the friend request because it is vitriol. But usually when it is, they get it out of their system, they defriend you. You don't have to deal with them for more than the couple lines of text they sent you. But if you take the time to accept the friend request and find somebody who's nice, you could have an hour, sometimes 2 hour long conversation. And it's totally worth getting a little bit of salt every now and then.
Exactly. All right. That brings us to this week's... we do have an iTunes review. Yes. First iTunes review we've had in a while. Hey, Card Shop Talk. Thank you for the host. All right. So this week's iTunes review is a 5-star review from Nate Dogg. Everybody knows Nate Dogg. Rolling with his boy Warren G.
Wrong Nate Dogg.
Regulators! Mount up. Oh, wrong Nate Dogg. That's right. This is Nate Dogg HS. He says, "Great Hearthstone podcast. Love these guys. They are a lot of fun to listen to and really know their stuff and what's going on in Hearthstone. Keep up the great work." Thank you, Nate Dogg. It's greatly appreciated. So, awesome. All right.
Awesome.
All right.
That's all I got.
Well, that brings us to the news. And this week, it's there's a little bit to talk about. I mean, a lot of it we're going to kind of gloss over because it's stuff that came out pretty much immediately after our show last week. So there was a Hearthstone fireside chat with Dean Ayala. You guys know him. He was talking about even and odd cards that we saw previewed. He did reveal during that there are 4 more even and odd cards in addition to the 2 that they had previously shown, for a total of 6 cards, 3 even, 3 odds, that have been confirmed will be the only cards in the Witchwood set that have this mechanic of if all the cards in your deck are even or if all the cards in your deck are odd. So is 3 cards enough to build a deck around a mechanic?
Well, it's not even that it's just 3 cards, because the 4 additional cards they showed were 2 even and 2 odd, and they were all 4 class cards. So in those 4 classes, you'll have a possibility of 2 cards: the legendary Gen Greymane or Moon Eater, for even and odd respectively, and then the class-based legendary or class-based card, which you can have 2 copies of because it's not a legendary. So I don't know if I don't think it's enough, but I think the cards that they put out, while they might not have even or odd, they'll be mana costed to help support those classes that they're trying to highlight for even and odds. Now, he did say the 4 classes that he showed, I think, were Shaman, Mage. I don't remember the other 2 off the top of my head. I'll look it up while I am talking. But those other cards that he had, they were from classes they didn't really expect people would use the odd or even mechanic for, because of their normal cards wouldn't really support. And it was Mage, Priest, Druid, and Shaman. Other classes like Hunter and Warrior are already suited for the odd or even, so they didn't need to give them any additional support. I do like that they did this, but I don't think those cards alone will boost up odd or even. If they become something that can be viable in the meta, we might see odd or even in future sets this year.
Versika, you were shaking your head the opposite direction from Zeroshio, so go.
But I seem to remember having this conversation 2 years ago about a certain Reno Jackson card that everybody thought was terrible because nobody would ever build a deck around this. Why would you only play 1 of each card? And yeah, we see how that turned out. And then the same thing
to interrupt you,
Kazakus and with Raza.
And to interrupt you real quick, for the record, you were right. Just putting it out there. I was wrong. You were right. I said
well, and that doesn't happen very often. So I'll take it.
I have a new soundboard clip.
Yeah, right. So yeah, I think that there will be a viable deck out of one of these. I can't say that. I can't say that I think it will happen in both directions. I do think one is going to end up being more powerful, and I think that is going to come on the backs of the cards that we haven't seen yet. I think a lot of this is going to depend on what else is released with this. Set. I will say that suddenly that Hex move from 3 to 4 brings it in line with Greymane. And remember how we were kind of wondering, we're like, why is this nerf coming? What if it wasn't a nerf? What if it was to put it into putting a class-defining mechanic in to support this set? We've said all along that they're planning 2 sets ahead. And if you think back to when the Hex nerf, I'm going to put it in quotation marks now, when the cost of Hex was changed, it was at 2 months after this set would have been at least theory crafted out to where they were working on refining it. So I think that I think that in the end, this is going to be something that we look back on and we're like, we didn't see it then, but we see it now. I don't think this is Corridor Creeper-esque. I think it's more... And actually, Matt at Arms brings up something in chat. I think it's more Prince-like. I don't think it's going to catch on right away. I think it's going to be out for a little bit, and somebody will figure out something. And when it comes out, all of us are going to be like, "Oh, I can't believe I didn't see that."
And I don't necessarily disagree with you. I agree that I believe that an odd or even deck will pull up in the meta and take probably a tier 1 spot, if not a top tier 2 spot. However, I just don't think the 4 odd even cards they did for the 4 classes, again, Mage, Priest, Druid, and Shaman, I don't think those were chosen wisely. And we're going to go into more details on the cards in future episodes when we have more cards revealed. But like just example, the Black Cat's a 3-mana 3/3 with spell damage +1, and if your deck has only odd cards, draw a card. The problem is it's giving you spell damage +1 where most of your spells in Mage that do damage, Fireball, Frostbolt, Pyroblast, are even cards. Most of your odd cost spells are utility cards. So the spell damage is inconsequential because most of the cards in your deck won't have spell damage. So I just don't think they thought this out unless they're putting a lot of burn in the set for Mage. And if they do, I don't think the odd deck is going to be well. I think just a straight up burn Mage is going to be more viable if that's what they do to try to support.
You know, it's funny you mentioned that because this is completely unrelated to this fireside chat that Dean did, but Ben Brode did a video the other day where he was answering questions from Twitter.
Q&A, yeah.
And
the Wired.
One of the things he talked about in that was how Mage currently has fewer cards available in their card pool than any other class in the game. And they're trying to balance this out. So we may see more, Mage style, burn come in with this. We don't know obviously until we see it, but that's just something I thought that triggered that memory when you said that he just talked about how there were fewer Mage cards in the game.
And that would support the odd mechanic, because the odd mechanic actually has is that Moon Eater that makes your hero power the upgraded, so it would make it 2 mana for 2 damage, which would promote a more burn-based centric deck. Whether this fits in, we'll just have to see. I do think that both Hunter and Warrior are going to be your strongest even card decks, or no, odd card decks. And I haven't really seen anything that promotes me thinking that an even card deck will work out with Gang Greymane. Again, I haven't seen all the cards from the new set yet, but even without the new cards, the odd card decks with Moon Eater, with the upgraded hero power, are going to be great for both a face hunter and a control style armor warrior. I'm excited for this mechanic. I just hope it doesn't go the way of Inspire, where you'll never see it again. At least with Joust, which wasn't a great mechanic at the time, has come back out with some of the new sets where Inspire died. I don't want to see it die. I'd like them to kind of flesh on it a little bit more.
Okay. There was also another designer insight this week with Peter Whalen from Team 5. And he talked about they're making a change to a keyword, and that keyword was Enrage. So Enrage is actually being removed as a keyword, but the Enrage mechanic will remain in the game. So basically, instead of saying Enrage, it will just now, the card will say, has X while damaged. And, I think I read or saw somewhere they said there was only like 9 cards currently with the Enrage mechanic on it. So
yes,
is this really a big deal to remove this keyword? Any speculation as to why they might be removing this keyword?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't
Go ahead for a
necessarily
second.
like it. Yeah, there's only 9 cards, but I mean, we're not talking about a fixed set. I mean, this is going to be, hopefully Hearthstone's going to be around for a while, so it's not like they're not going to be making any more cards that include this mechanic. I mean, if you don't like the term Enrage, change it to something like Berserk or something different. But it's like, you go out of your way to give, what is now the rush mechanic a name instead of spelling it out on the cards, and then you go back and you take away a term to add more text to cards. To me, that seems counterintuitive, and it's almost like the left hand isn't talking to the right hand.
So this is what I think. I think that at Blizzard, at Team 5's main office, their brainstorming room, as they like to call it, they have a whiteboard that has all their cards categorized. And I think they have sections with big labels at the top that are lifesteal, taunt, and has everything organized. There wasn't enough room for Rush, so they had 2 options: buy a bigger whiteboard or get rid of one. So they got rid of Enrage.
See, now you're talking like what I hear at my workplace. That sounds like something they would do where I work.
So do we spend an extra $10 for a larger whiteboard, or do we just get rid of Enrage since we're not going to print any more cards with Enrage? Now, if
it's one of those things where they're not going to print it again, then just come out and say, hey, we're not going to use this mechanic anymore, so we're going to take this keyword away, and maybe we'll use it for something else.
In the insight, he kind of alluded to that. He said, we don't see keeping a keyword, in the system for something that's fairly simple to understand that we can just put on the card and that we don't have plans for in future sets.
Yeah,
that's exactly how he said it.
And Matt at Arms in chat states the last Enrage card was printed in Whispers of the Old Gods. So
which is phasing out of standard.
There hasn't been one in 6 sets now. So.
Yep.
All right. We have a target date and time for the Witchwood card reveal stream. In fact, it's going to be this coming Monday at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you set your clock, set your alarms to remind you. Call in sick to work.
Run it under the hot water so you can tell them you got a fever at work.
Yeah.
And you need to leave at lunch.
Yeah. And so what are we going to get? Well, they're going to actually start reveal season, as I like to call it. We're going to have additional card reveals on the stream. And then starting the next day on the 27th, streamers and social media will start revealing cards throughout the day. And this will go on for a few days, usually about a week or two, leading up to about the time of launch.
Well, I had this out of order on our show notes, and that was my fault. But 2 steps down on our show notes, you'll see that we were actually given a Witchwood card reveal schedule. Now, that schedule is... And now, normally they just show us the first week, and it's not until that Friday or maybe even that Monday that we see the next schedule. But they're giving us a full 2 weeks, and it's March 26th at midnight is what they're saying, until April the 8th. Now, April 8th is what? That's that Sunday? Yeah, that's Sunday, which means as of Monday the 7th, we're not going to be, April the 8th, Monday the 9th, we're not going to be getting any additional cards, meaning we'll have them all revealed. My theory is that we will see the patch to put the cards in the game on the 10th with a rollout on the 12th. What do you guys think about that?
So, they usually always do them on the 12th, and I think that is probably the most likely target date. Now, the community has a really great theory that I've been seeing posted and reposted, and That is, with this theme of being the Witchwood, what if instead of releasing it on the 12th, they pushed it one more day to Friday the 13th? Would that not thematically be pretty cool?
I agree. And I think it's a missed opportunity to not get to do it on Friday the 13th. But you have to look at it from a practical point of view. How many sets have come out perfect and needed nothing, right off the bat? And
lately, they've been pretty good.
Most of the time it's pretty good, and it's kind of one of those things where, if you release on Thursday, then Friday you have all day Friday to fix any critical mishaps, anything that is going to prevent the game from being played. And then, you kind of let it play out over the weekend and see what little fires you have to put out here and there. If you release on Friday, which, it's such a wonderful opportunity thematically. I hate that they're not going to be able to do it, but I don't think that they're going to pay the extra money to have techs available to come in and fix this kind of thing. Now, I'm not sure what how they pay their people. Is it all salary? But still, you don't want your team, after weeks of hard work getting a set ready, having to come in and work the weekend if they don't have to. And fixing a critical error on Friday is a lot easier on your employees than having to come in and do it on a Saturday, knowing you got to come right back into Monday. So, as much as I would love to see it on Friday the 13th, I believe it will. I also believe it will be on Thursday as well.
Matt at Arms brings up in chat that it will definitely be on Friday in EU and Asia.
So Boyd says that if it comes out on the 12th, Versika has to take shots of maple syrup. No.
one expansion taking shots of lemon juice, and now he's just no fun. I don't know.
No. I tell you what, though. If I tell you what, if it comes out on Friday the 13th, I will take a shot of. I will stream my pack openings, and I will take a shot of maple syrup for every legendary I open.
If it comes out on the 13th.
If it comes out on the 13th.
Okay, you heard it here first.
I'll be no. Because I'll at least have 70.
Yeah.
So that's 70, the pre-order. So.
Well, I'm not doing shots of maple syrup because I would die.
If it comes out on Friday the 13th, I will take shots of maple syrup for every legendary that I open out of my pre-order and whatever gold I have to spend at the time.
Yeah.
Here's my thing. It'd be cool if it was Friday the 13th, and I understand Versika's argument of the not wanting to have a sketchy something not work right on Friday and have to have people come on Saturday. But honestly, I just don't want to wait an extra day. I want it on that Thursday. I want to be able to stream my pack openings on Thursday, not feel good to go into work Friday, and stream. Well, I'll go to work Friday, but get home as quick as I can on Friday and stream my games Friday and start really focusing on making solid decks to climb the ladder, because it will be just after the start of the season. The ladder is going to be on its edge. Nobody's going to know what to predict, and it's going to be the best time to try to take advantage of people not knowing the meta and the new cards coming out, so you can climb up the ladder.
All right. So for everybody watching at home, or if you want to go watch our YouTube stream of this episode, jump ahead to this point and watch what is about to happen, because I promise you it'll be funny. Hey, Zero, I'm going to need you to wait until 9 o'clock on the day of launch to open your packs. Okay, moving on to...
No!
Yeah.
No. What do you mean? Why? You want to stream it? I'll record it.
I just wanted to see your face.
What? No. I had to do this with the lemon juice thing. He's like, let's do a bet. We'll do it together. I was like, I got to wait for you to get off work to open my packs. This is horrible.
New Year of the Raven celebration.
It was worth it, though, wasn't it?
Not really. Maybe. It was fun to watch you in pain. I'm sorry. I hate to say it like that, but it was.
They also announced the New Year of the Raven celebration. So what does this mean? Basically, they're going to be having a big old party from April 26th at 11:59 Pacific until April 9th at 11:59. During this party, all completing daily quests will reward a card pack. Now, these packs can be anything from Journey to Ngoro, Knights of the Frozen Throne, Kobolds and Catacombs, or even Witchwood packs. But completing a quest will reward a pack. Now, for those of you thinking, all right, yeah, I get to double up, get some gold and a pack. No. They are disabling the Play a Friend quest during this time frame.
Yeah, and just from a development standpoint, I think the reason is obviously it's not too hard for them to say you complete a quest, you get your pack. However, with the Play a Friend quest, you get 80 gold and your opponent gets 80 gold. It wouldn't be fair if you got a pack, but they didn't get a pack for the quest, and it might be a little more difficult for them to code that in to reward them a quest. And plus, then you're getting if I have the Play a Friend, we're both getting a pack. And then you have the Play a Friend. We both get a pack again.
Right. Now, Andrew's Living is in chat, and Andrew says, but you still will get your gold for completing your quest. Yes. Yes, you will.
You get all the rewards for completing your quest. Now, I looked for verbiage that said, like an asterisk that says once a day. I didn't see it. I don't expect that you'll be able to get more than one pack a day, but some people have said save your quests up for Sunday and Monday so that on Tuesday the 27th, when you get your new quest, you will have 3 quests, thus getting 3 packs. I would recommend doing that. However, I can't promise that will work. They haven't really given a clarification.
Unless you have the Play a Friend quest. Go ahead and get that out of the way.
Yeah, because the Play a Friend quest will likely go away.
Yeah.
It'll probably be reset with something.
Yeah, but you don't want to,
You don't want to risk that. Now, it says the packs that you'll get are Journey to Ngoro, Knights of the Frozen Throne, Kobolds and Catacombs, and Witchwood packs. Now, the Witchwood packs, they did state you won't be able to open those until the launch of Witchwood. However, they didn't say, like, certain days you get certain packs, so it could be that it's just random. Or it could be that each day has a specific pack that everybody will get. So,
also known as Avantes gets nothing but Ngoro.
Yeah, no. Avantes will get nothing but Witchwood because you know how your luck is.
Yeah, and it won't matter. He'll just pull legendaries out of whatever packs he gets.
Golden legendaries. Yeah. Now, the event goes until April the 9th, meaning the 10th you won't be having it, which is a Tuesday, which is patch day once again. That supports my theory that we will probably see the patch containing the cards to go into your collection on the 10th and a rollout on the 12th or 13th, depending on whether you think they'll do that or not.
Yeah. And Matt at Arms in chat said his luck would be K and C, and actually that would be my luck too because I think I'm missing 2 cards now from having the whole set. So
the person's luck I want to see is what's probably going to happen is somebody's going to get this quest and every day get nothing but Mean Streets of Gadget Sand packs.
Even though it's not an option.
And that would probably be Ringo. Or if you ask him, he would say that's what he get.
All right.
Poor Ringo.
So this week's Tavern Brawl is called Portals to Another Dimension. Portals are tearing open everywhere. What lies beyond is something alien, yet familiar. Pick a class, begin with 10 cards, and then choose a special portal at the start of the game to fill the rest of your deck. So your options are Tech, which gives you mechs, guns, explosions. This portal brings victory via technology. You also have Swarm. If it stalks, oozes toxic sludge, or has jagged spines, it might slither from beyond this portal. And then you have Mind. If it is a psychic power you seek, find it by ascending through this portal. After making your decision, 20 portal cards will be added to your 10 class cards to complete your deck. Cast portals to add minions and spells to your hand that are themed to the classic factions of StarCraft and cost 3 mana less. Prove which class and portal combination is the most potent path to supremacy. Win a match, and you will receive 3 Kobolds and Catacombs card packs as a reward. So, have you guys done this yet?
I have done this. I was really excited for this event. I'm a big StarCraft fan, and they said there'll be cards that normally you wouldn't see. Basically, all that includes is the 3 portals. All the rest are normal cards. You get more spells from the Mind choice. I played all 3. Swarm seems the most powerful because you get a lot of minions, and a lot of them are low cost, so they end up just being 0 mana, and you can just flood them off. Basically, they're 1 mana for a fairly strong minion. I was disappointed. I like that they did this, and I like the rewards 3 packs, and that's definitely reason to do it. But this is basically just the portals. Was it called Portals Everywhere?
Mm-hmm.
That is themed off the Karazhan brawl that they did, Karazhan themed brawl. All they did is take that brawl and just cover it with Tech, Swarm, and Mind, and maybe change up the card selections, and that was it. I wasn't really impressed with it as a brawl. I was impressed that they recognized StarCraft. They're actually doing celebrations in Hearthstone for other games anniversaries, which normally they do that a lot in Heroes of the Storm and Warcraft, World of Warcraft, and Overwatch, all the other games, but they don't usually do it in Hearthstone. So I like that they're doing it. I just think it's probably because it's so close to the launch of the new set, the Witchwood, that they just didn't have enough time to make it as extravagant and enjoyable as they could have.
All right, cool. Rasika, you played it?
Not yet.
Me either.
Yeah, so I'm going to. I figured that Swarm would be the more powerful of the 3, so my plan was to go that route and make sure I got my win first, and then go in and try the other 2 just for fun.
Cool.
Now, the one thing that is interesting is like Thought Steal. If you play Priest and get Thought Steal, you can steal the other portals, so you can actually be using your portals and the portals that your opponent has, being able to double dip from 2 different. And that was kind of enjoyable, but no more different than the portals everywhere. To be honest, if you happen to get Thought Steal from that.
Yeah. So all right, go play Tavern Brawl while you can. It's a little interesting,
the 3 packs
at least. Yeah, and get your 3 packs.
3 packs is awesome. I love the reward. Even if you say, well, I already have all the Kobolds cards I need, it's dust. It's dust to get you ready for the Witchwood.
There you go. All right, so this week's deck that we're going to talk about was actually featured by a friend of ours, Wickedgood, over on Off Curve. And so this deck he calls Ripper Priest, and basically it's a lot of fun. I'll tell you. I'll give you a rundown of the cards, and then we'll talk about it. So the deck list is 2 Northshire Cleric, 2 Pint-Sized Potion, 2 Potion of Madness, 2 Netherspite Historian, 2 Shadow Visions, 1 Shadow Word Death, 2 Twilight Acolyte, 2 Void Ripper, 2 Duskbreaker, 1 Greater Healing Potion, 1 Priest of the Feast, 2 Shadow Word Horror, 2 Draconid Operative, 2 Cabal Shadow Priest, 2 Primordial Drake, Shadow Reaper Anduin, Ysera, and 1 Mind Control. So, first thing you might notice is Ysera, Primordial Drake, the Operative, they all have high defense numbers. So, what can you do with that? Well, Void Ripper says when it comes into play, switch all power and toughness of all minions. So now you have high attack minions. You also have the Twilight Acolyte that says when it comes into play, switch its power with another minion's power. So, if your opponent plays something big, you can basically nerf it down to a 2 and make your guy bigger. So this deck is all about switching out attacks and defenses, and you notice there's pint-sized potion, potion of madness, shadow word horror. There's a lot of ways to get rid of minions in the early game, so there's a lot of defense early. Then you've got Dusk Breakers, you've got Nether Spot Historians, you've got lots of dragons. So it's kind of a hybrid between a dragon priest and this switch priest with the Void Rippers. Like I said, I played it a few games, and in the very first game, I got Ysera out, and next turn, I played the Void Ripper and hit my opponent in the face for 12, and it was very satisfying. What about you guys? Have you had a chance to play it some? I know you have, Zerogio.
Yeah, I've played it some. I'm still grasping the best way to approach this deck. Parts of it make you think it's control. Other parts make you think it's more of a tempo mid-range deck where you still want to get that face damage to soften your opponent up, but you're waiting for that burst, and not like a 20-point burst like you would in the combo priest, but more like a 12 to 15-point burst at one time. Using your hero power to heal up your opponent, your minions when they're damaged is critical. Keeping that at nominal health. There's a lot of buffs to. There's not Power Word Shield or Talon Priest in here to buff the health. It's mainly just having naturally large, health minions already in the deck, like a Ysera, Draconin Operative minions that you get off of Ysera. Most of those have rather large big butts, as Ridiculous likes to say. I'm really excited to see how this deck goes on the Legend rank with the guidance of yourself and Versika, because I probably just need a little help with the deck. It's not a terrible win rate. They can end up sitting like at a 47% win rate. So that's probably more on me, because obviously Wickedgood's done well with this, got up to Legend, and I just need a little help piloting it, and hopefully we can do well with it tonight.
Versika, thoughts on the deck?
I've played it. Of course, where I'm not in the. I actually am still below rank 10 for this month. I just haven't been able to play much. When Wickedgood first started tweeting about it, I built it and gave it a couple of runs. I tried changing up some things, and then I paid attention to when he was changing things, and this list looks pretty similar to the one that I run. I run, because I was running into so much priest. I cut the 2 Cabal Shadow Priests, and I was actually running 2 Twilight Drakes in its place. That's really the only big difference from the list I was running versus the one Wickedgood was running. And I think this list is more tuned for the upper ranks of the ladder and Legend ranks. So I'm excited to see how it plays out in a slower environment. So yeah, excited to see it.
Right. And I can attest the Legend ranked right now is control heaven. I mean, if you're good against control, there's a lot of control decks on the Legend ladder right now, and then there's also a lot of people that are countering that with some aggro and zoo. So you see in a lot of Murloc Paladin and zoo, but mainly you're seeing control.
Okay, cool. Well, I am looking forward to. I've enjoyed playing this deck so far, so I'm looking forward to playing it tonight. I know I've had a lot of fun with it, but any last thoughts you guys want to talk about before we move on to play portion this week?
UHL Season 2 is starting to ramp up. We've revealed the list of the players returning for Season 2 from Season 1.
Which was everybody except for Dad Legend Ben Reddington, right?
Yep.
And they're going to start new player announcements in the next coming days. So we actually have some stuff coming out this season that we didn't have last season. So it's going to be it's just going to be a little easier to follow. I think it's going to be a little easier to catch some matches that you might have missed. It's going to be exciting. I'm not sure if I've seen the entire list of players, but since I took Discord off of my phone, I've not been able to keep track of it as much. But yeah, so I'm excited about Season 2. I think it's going to be a fun season, and excited for the changes. And we'll see where it goes.
Make sure you give them a follow at United HS League on Twitter so you don't miss any of the announcements over the next 2 to 3 weeks. They've got a lot coming down the pipeline, so make sure you're following it. I will do my best to retweet as much of it as possible, but chances are I will probably eventually miss something. So
I will say that from the players that I've seen so far, I think people are going to be impressed with the talent level coming into this season. Ferris Biscuit really up the stakes with the people he's got selected so far. So it'll be fun to watch. Stay tuned.
And speaking of the next 2 or 3 weeks, reminder: we should have an expansion next few weeks. So make sure you're getting in every day and doing your quests, especially when they start doing the event next week. And that way, even if you purchased the packs, or if you're a free-to-play player, you will have plenty of gold to buy additional packs, or play Arena to get additional packs and enjoy the new set. I'm really excited myself. I've saved a bit of gold and have plenty of dust. Remember, with the launch of the new set Witchwood, you will also be having cards going to Hall of Fames that you will get dust value for. So if you have the dust to spare, craft golds of those, and then once you get your dust from it, they're not getting rid of your cards. You can then turn around and disenchant those golds again, and that gives you a net positive in dust.
If they do it like they did last time.
Yeah, which I believe they are.
They said they said that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys. That's going to do it for us this week. If you are joining us on Twitch or YouTube, please stay tuned for the live play portion of our show. If you are listening via our audio podcast, we'd like to thank you for joining us. Remember, you can follow us on Twitter at HeroPower_cast. You can find all of our past episodes on YouTube at youtube.com/ECMMOGamers or on our website at HeroPowerHS.com. If you enjoy the show, you can help support and improve it by joining our Patreon. By doing this, you'll get exclusive access to our patron-only Discord, as well as our quarterly patron tournaments if you are a $5 or more patron. You can do that at patreon.com/HeroPower. And we'll see you all again next week.
And don't forget to use your hero power.
All right, gentlemen. Should I ditch the watch and learn quest for gold quest?
Which the watch and learn quest will still be available for the packs because it's not the play a friend quest.
So you'd get 2 packs for that quest then, wouldn't you?
Well, you would get a standard pack, a classic pack,
right? And then you'd get a random pack.
Yep.
I mean, you're going to get the watch and learn quest completed right now.
That's kind of the hope.
Yeah.
So
yeah, if I can win, and I am queuing up as we speak.
Okay.
I'm searching for a worthy opponent.
I am fighting the Hearthstone not responding boss at the moment. Oh, there we go.
Oh no! Yeah, it was waiting for me to find a worthy opponent. And we have Gul'dan, Silent Storm with the 2 capital S's, so that has to be the real one, right?
No.
Right.
So, if we're playing Warlock, we probably assume it's Control or Cube, or which is now probably the same deck. Is there any merit to keeping? We have Shadow Word Anduin, Cabal Shadow Priest, and Shadow Word Horror. Is there any merit to keeping Shadow Word Horror for their early threats? Or should we ditch it all?
I mean, you're definitely ditching Anduin and the Shadow Priest.
Yeah, I actually think you probably hold on to Shadow Word Horror.
So?
Hold on. So, just looking at the deck list, they're not going to have much in the way of early pressure. If I remember right, it's just going to be
Mistress. Little dudes. 5 seconds.
I would go ahead and ditch the Horror.
Okay. I'm okay with either way. Especially if we get a Potion of Madness is going to help. So we picked up Draconid Operatives, Shadow Visions, and Potion of Madness. This is a clear pass turn 1, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Matt at Arms in chat says make sure you screenshot your win just in case and post it in the DHL Facebook.
Why?
In case it is Silent Storm.
Oh. Is he in the DHL? Yeah, okay. I didn't know that. Let's see here. Is there any merit to Shadow Visions now? We don't know what we're looking for, right?
The only advantage to Shadow Visioning now would be the possibility of pulling a greater healing potion. If you're playing against Q-Block, then that might come in handy.
Should I do it?
You know what? I would probably gamble and not do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, just pass.
I mean, knowing our luck, we'll draw it next. But
Well, he's tapping, so he's probably not Zoo. Pass again. We don't really have a solid turn 4 play anyways.
But what are we holding it for now? Pint-sized potion, Potion of Madness, we already have one. Shadow Word Death, we've already drawn, so we can't get a second one.
Yeah.
Shadow Word Horror would be the only other thing. I think we go ahead and Shadow Visions and probably look for the Greater Healing Potion.
What about Mind Control?
Mind Control works because we only have one of those.
Just in case, I mean, that's going to be right on curve if he has the Void Lord.
Right.
Inked and Mad at Arms both said heal his face to play around Molten Giant.
Yeah, he was made to play around Molten Giant.
Well,
I'm down for that.
So we just drew Ysera.
He didn't
Again,
tap.
I think
we
we
would put him at 10.
just pass.
I was going to say, he didn't tap because he's not drawn what he needs yet either.
Yeah.
Well, but this tells me he's probably going to coin into a lackey. So I'm going to pass.
Yeah.
If he coins into lackey, we could pass again and wait for him to put something else down to steal the lackey with.
Unless he
Potion of
kills
Madness.
the
Ooh,
lackey.
Mountain Giant.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
That's fine. So do we? do we Shadow Word Death that, or do we go ahead and get Draconid Operative out on the board?
I think we probably go ahead and Draconid.
Yeah, because the Draconid, he'll probably run into it.
Yeah.
And maybe we could pull like a Hellfire or...
There's a Hellfire. I would probably do the Amethyst.
We'll never have it more than 3.
That's true.
Yeah, I'd probably... I mean...
Go ahead, the Hellfire.
Yeah,
I mean, I think it's going to be 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I can't imagine he's going to have very many minions on the board that 3 damage is really going to deal with.
I think you're right, but it might be just that little catalyst we need. Ooh, Faceless and to the face.
I mean, I think you have to death 1, don't you?
Well, if you could Shadow Word, or I'm sorry, you could Pint Size. Well, I was gonna say you can Pint Size Potion and Void Ripper and take out one of them with the Operative. You're gonna take 8 from the other one, but we can death it next turn.
So Pint-Sized Potion?
Pint-Sized Potion, and then Void Ripper. One of them.
Void Ripper, and then run in with the Operative?
Yeah, run in the Operative.
Heal our face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, this sets up for the Void Ripper to run in and then finish it off with Hellfire. Or we could just Shadow Word Death next turn.
Right.
Yeah, I don't hate that. Wow.
Mountain Giants for days. But we can clear the board.
Yeah, we can death 1 and then Hellfire to kill the other one.
Yeah.
Is that the play?
I think that's the play.
I think that has to be the play.
And then we have Anduin next turn.
Yeah.
I hate that that didn't get drawn up to turn 8, but
and see, I guess that's one of the reasons why I really wanted the stone. We did 3 more damage to ourselves instead of healing the damage.
Yeah.
Oh, punish
immediate dark back.
Yeah.
Yeah, immediate dark. That's smart. That plays around the Shadow Word Madness. Potion of Madness. So do we just Primordial Drake?
I think so. Unless Forsaken sees another line.
See what we 1, 2, 3. 4,
go ahead and Shadow Visions.
Yeah, I think I see what you're talking about. No, we would need pint size, wouldn't we?
Yeah, I was hoping we'd get pint size. Go ahead and take. I think we go ahead and take the Greater Healing.
Yeah, I don't hate that. Greater Healing and heal our face.
I would go ahead and use it to heal ourselves and then heal our face. Because you see, I was going for the pint size, and then we could Void Ripper after the pint size.
Yep. That's what I saw too. After you mentioned the Shadow Visions, and then we would have had. Well, yeah. We would have had the 1/3s. Ooh, another lucky. Why? Okay. That's why. We need to get one more turn. Do we
Shadow Reaper
Anduin here?
I think I like Primordial Drake here. And the reason why I like Primordial Drake here is he's going to have to run both in to clear it. You can Shadow Reaper, I guess.
The reason, just hear me out on this.
If we Primordial Drake,
you're right, but if we Primordial Drake, he can kill off his Void Lord, putting it on the stack for Gul'dan. But if we just Anduin, we'll be able to mind control that Void Lord next turn.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
I mean eventually you're going to have to play offense, so.
Yeah. And doing Anduin, that's 10 points of healing. 5 for the armor and 5 for getting rid of the Doom Guard.
I wouldn't feel as comfortable doing it if we hadn't been able to Shadow Visions into the Greater Healing Potion.
True.
We still have one in the deck, so.
Yeah. And we also have a Priest of the Feast with our small spell stuff left. Mind control?
Yeah.
And this way, we can mind control the second one. Because we're usually only running a one of.
Right. And there it is. Straight up 2 mind controls. And
so there's a mind control.
Void Lords are gone.
Do we clear the Mistress? Or
I would go ahead and clear the Mistress because you're not going to get better value.
I agree. And actually, those Void Lords, at least the one right now, is great with Void Ripper. Tap, tap, tap. Oh, he faceless. That's not horrible right now, though. Do we Draconid or do we Ysera?
I like Twilight. I like Twilight Acolyte on the Void Lord. Northshire Cleric, or hit it with the Hero Power. Northshire Cleric, hit it with Hero Power again.
You hit it, meaning the Void Lord?
Yeah.
So Twilight first?
Yep. On his Void Lord.
Then Hero Power the Void Lord?
Hero Power the Void Lord.
Cleric, then Hero Power the Void Lord again?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed one. I didn't do my math right. Run
That's
into
right.
it or just leave it?
I would just leave it and hit face.
Okay. Well, we can't hit face. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I meant, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't do the math. I had room for one more. Hero Power. I didn't.
Yeah. It's my fault. I didn't call it out. We would have been able to have cleared it that. We should have cleared it that turn. We left 2 men on the board.
I was more thinking about leaving it so we can Potion of Madness it and Void Ripper possibly for a lethal play, but we're a bit off of that. 18, 19, 20, 21. So how do you hit that one? So Hellfire?
Defile.
No, it won't put it in Defile range. Now maybe a Defile. Yeah.
This should clear the board, right?
No. We'll have a bunch of 1/1s.
That would clear the board.
That can clear the board.
But 2, 4, 6. I mean, we can clear the board either way you go.
Yeah. We can do it with Draconid. We can Hero Power 1, Draconid, Hero Power the other, run 2 in.
I think I like Duskbreaker just to clear everything and then Draconid.
It's 9 mana. So, okay, so Duskbreaker now?
Yeah.
Make sure we're not. Yeah, we wouldn't leave any damage. And then Draconid.
Yeah. I mean, we probably could have pushed some damage in, but I feel like this is a. I mean, you're gonna Dark Pack is really.
All right, so I just want to point out we currently have no 3-cost cards in our deck. We've played them all.
Dark Pack.
Yeah.
And that's not accurate. We have 1 Twilight Acolyte.
Yes.
Thought we'd played 2. Okay.
Nope, we've only played 1. HS Deck Tracker.
And there's the Gul'dan.
Yep, and he'll push damage to face. What's the line here? We can Void Ripper into Primordial Drake?
I mean, you can Hero Power...
Can't Primordial.
You can Hero Power Primordial Drake. And then run in and if you Hero Power the Void Lord Primordial Drake, then you can clear it with the Draconid.
And you're dead to second Doomguard.
Yes.
So I think the play here is probably going to be Priest of the Feast, Hero Power, and we don't have enough time now.
Hero Power who?
Hero Power, one of the 1, 3, 5. Okay. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Priest of the Feast. Run your Dustbreaker into one of the Void Lords. Hero Power. Use Dark Pact on the Dustbreaker.
Yeah, I didn't have time. Sorry. I didn't know what you wanted me to do. I kind of just spammed.
It's all right.
But we did heal 26.
Yeah. Now we're not dead to Doomguard.
Yeah.
That was what was important. I was going to say, he's probably going to clear. So
yeah, but that's actually not bad because it sets up for Primordial Drake.
Right.
But what does he... Oh, cute.
Yeah.
Going for Doomguard. Oh. So we can kill 1 Doomguard. We still won't be dead. So what do you think? I'm thinking Hero Power, the 5/4 Doomguard, and Primordial Drake.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
It's the only line I could think of.
Yeah.
This deck is definitely not the easiest to pilot, and I'm used to piloting fairly high-end control decks. And I'm not sure if what the matchup says for. Oh wait, I forgot about the Doomguards in the cube. Yeah, that is lethal. I don't know what the matchup win ratio is against cube lock. But that seems like a tough match to me, with all the taunts. That's definitely one that's probably worth going back and watching again. There probably were some different lines. All right, one more?
Yeah, at least. We're only at 8:35.
Oh, wow. I joked when I said we were going to burn through the news. I didn't realize we burned through the news.
Yeah, it would have been nice to get his Gul'dan off of the...
Definitely would have been nice. This is not the same person? Nope.
Still Warlock. Much better opening hand, though.
Yeah.
I think I would probably keep this.
Keep the whole thing? The Northstar Cleric, Shadowward Horror, Nether Spy Historian, and Shadow Visions?
Well, you probably want a dragon. You could probably throw back Shadow Visions if you want. Oh, actually, no. Throw back the horror. You can always Shadow Visions into it.
Okay. So keeping
I mean, I
Cleric,
guess, yeah,
Historian,
technically,
Visions?
yeah, we need a Drake for the Historian.
Oh, we could draw into it. There's a chance to draw into it. And we did.
I swear
So-
we're live.
Do what?
I said I swear we're live.
So, do we Cleric? He didn't put out.
Absolutely.
He didn't put out a librarian,
I would Cleric.
but I like the Cleric here because if he now draws into a librarian, he's probably not going to want to play it.
Right.
And if he
Same.
does nothing but tap, then we can
It's-
Nether Spite.
It's also the same with Mistress.
Yeah,
If he had it, he doesn't play it now.
I think you're right. That's worth playing though.
Yeah.
We just Nether Spite then,
I think we Nether Spite into it.
because if he trades into the Cleric, we can trade in with the. Ooh.
I mean, this has got to be OP.
Draconid?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Draconid there. I always get real tempted face, right?
Yeah.
No reason to make that trade now. He'll make
Nah.
it.
He will make it. He may just push face.
No, not with putting the librarian out. He's not going to push face.
Nope.
Madness?
I think I'd rather keep that for his bigger stuff.
Okay.
You don't really have a great turn 3 play anyway. I'd probably just Nether Spot into the librarian and then heal the Nether Spot.
Heal it? Okay. I like it. Plus, with the coin and Priest of the Feast, that's some clutch later healing we could possibly use.
Yeah.
Like to get a pint-sized potion.
I'm really surprised he cleared that.
Yeah. There's Dustbreaker. Do we coin Draconid?
Yeah, I think
That's
we're
what I'm
going
thinking.
there.
Gul'dan?
Yeah.
Twisting?
Yeah, twisting.
Yeah, because Doomsayer, there's enough removal he could use.
I don't like Doomsayer or Taldrum.
Yeah, me neither. They're not really getting very good Draconid.
Have we
pulls.
seen Tal'Darim off of every operative we've played in the
Yep,
last two
we-
games?
We
We
have.
sure have three of them. Okay, so he used his Faceless Manipulator. That is great value because he's not going to have it for the stuff he needs it for. I think we
Right.
death here. Or do we want to save the death for Mountain Giants?
I think we save the death for Mountain Giants, and I would just go ahead and OP again.
Play the other OP and go face.
Yeah, force him to try and start clearing.
And this sets up if we do draw into. Ooh.
Do we want to take a Hellfire or do we want to take the Twisting Nether?
Or the Lesser Amethyst spell. So, because if he trades in and does like a Mortal Coil, we can finish it off with the Spellstone.
See, I don't like the Spellstone because if he gets the Void Lords, we can at least clear all the little ones with the Hellfire or the Twisting Nether.
What do you think, Zika? Twisting Nether or Hellfire?
Well, I like the Spellstone better than the Hellfire, so I'll say Twisting Nether.
Okay.
And push face.
Inked in chat says he'd have gone for the Hellfire.
See, our problem is we don't really have a great way to deal with the front end of the Void Lord.
That's
so
true.
We're normally expending 2 or 3 cards to get the Void Lord into the 3, and then you're taking another 3 damage to deal with the 3 little 1/1s. To me, I'd rather just try and deal with the Void Lord itself.
That's a weird sequence for Defile.
Served its purpose. He basically defiled into an Amethyst to get rid of it.
It definitely served its purpose.
See, I feel like right now, I feel like Priest of the Feast is pretty threatening.
Yeah, do we want to Shadow Visions, though? At all?
I was thinking of getting a card out of our hand. We're at 9.
I mean, I was thinking Shadow Visions and Priest of the Feast.
Yeah, we can do that.
But Shadow Visions first.
Yeah. I think this is without a doubt mind control again.
I think you're right. You think so, Avantis?
Yes, I agree. I think having that extra mind control, like
Drop
last game,
Priest?
is good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So we're in a better position because he's already played one of his copies.
Faceless, which
Yeah.
a lot of times they only run one of. Now him being so aggressive with it may mean he has 2.
Just play the Cabal and take the Shadow Priest and take that.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean,
Your targets are pretty limited.
he's still gonna get the same value off of it, other than him having the minion.
Right.
He'll still heal for 4, which is what's important to him.
The only thing is we would have liked to have taken a lackey, but he's probably
Wow. I like that he had the double Hellfire there. Primordial Drake?
I feel like we Primordial Drake onto the empty board.
I don't hate it. I mean, we lose our Dustbreaker activator, but at this point, we may not need it.
Right.
His early game, he didn't get, and he's probably not going to want to play it. And any of the early game he has now, we can just Shadow Word Horror. Do we just?
I think we just heal face and pass.
Pass. Don't even run into it.
I don't think we should.
Because we can mind control it next turn.
Yep.
So I'm hoping we can top deck either. No, after he did that, it won't matter. Ooh. Does he have a way to kill it? Does he not have a way to kill it?
He doesn't have a way to kill it.
He does not have it.
We take it, right?
Yep.
Wait a minute. There it is.
Oh, there's the Dark Panic.
Rope-a-dope at us. We still take it, right? Or do we twisting?
I think we twisting. I think we give him so many Void Walkers that when he Gul'dans, it'll be hard to get the Lords.
So twisting to set up for Dustbreaker next turn?
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, face?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't hate that. That only gives him 1 slot on the board to deal with right now.
He would be stupid to Gul'dan either, so we blocked that there for this turn.
Yep, he can't Gul'dan here. And he'll have 9. So we Potion of Madness, so he's going to kill it. Do we mind control now?
I think so.
That's a second Void Lord. He has 3 on the stack, but So mind control the Void Lord?
Yeah, make him run into it.
I like it. Now he's probably going to run everything into it and then Gul'dan. But we have another twisting followed by Dustbreaker the following turn.
Yep.
So I'd love to see Gul'dan this turn. Oh, he's not going to.
Yeah.
Wow. He's using a lot of resources. He's only got 14 cards with his hand and his deck together. Oh, pint-sized potion. Ah.
I think we double Dustbreaker.
That's what I was thinking if we had to double Dustbreaker.
But we can't.
Yeah. No, we can. We'd have to Nether Spite Historian first, then double Dustbreaker.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what we'll have to do.
We'll do that? Okay.
Yep.
Nether Spite.
OP.
OP.
Yeah.
And then double Dustbreaker.
Yeah.
And we still have Twisting Nether. The only thing I hate is that we're double Dustbreakering when we'll probably need it later. Do we have to do it again?
We don't have to.
I mean, no.
No, we could Shadow Word Horror.
You could absolutely Shadow Word Horror, yeah.
Okay. We're not going to get much value from it later anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. That way we have the Dustbreaker still for after the Twisting Nether when we have to kill the other Void Lords. If we have to kill other Void Lords. I mean, he has, what, 12 Void Walkers on the stack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad. That's fine. Wait. So if I kill the lackey, what's going to come out of it?
Nothing. Well, actually, we need to...
Doomguard will come out of it, right?
If he's running
we need to
yeah.
Potion of Madness the lackey. We can Potion of Madness the lackey, and we can Ripper the Doomguard if we want to. But
Okay.
I say we just kill the lackey into the Misters of Mixtures and let the Doomsayer go off.
That's what I was thinking killing what
Man at Arms says
Doomguard?
he also has N'Zoth, don't forget.
Oh, he did. Yeah, but see, the lackey waters down the N'Zoth.
That's what I'm thinking. That's why, but you don't want to pull out Doomguard.
Well, my thing is we run into the lackey now, Doomguard comes out, gets killed by the Doomsayer.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Or you could do the other Shadow Word Horror in your hand and just clear the whole board.
Nothing came out. So just he'll face pass?
They didn't have anything, yeah.
So he might not be running Doomguards at all. This may be straight.
The chances of him having both Doomguards in his hand are pretty slim.
Yeah. I have seen this list without Doomguards. It's straight it's all about Void Lords and that's it.
Yeah.
He'll N'Zoth. And then he'll Gul'dan. Why would you Skull if you don't have Doomguards?
Unless they're already in his hand.
Yeah. I think you use Sarah here all day. And he could have drawn Unlucky early, because remember, he didn't have much early game. He could have both Doomguards in his hand with Gul'dan in his hand. I'm not casting a Doomguard then.
So you, Sarah?
Yeah.
We're not being threatened by lethal because one of the Carnivorous Cubes is already dead. So most you can do with Doomguards
That is perfect.
is 15. Yeah.
There it is. That's what it was. He had both Doomguards in his hand and Gul'dan was in his hand. There's no way he's casting those Doomguards. You just bide your time and wait.
We are going to burn a card. We're going to burn a card, guys.
Oh, yeah, because of you, Sarah. That's fine.
There's the cube.
Dark Pact. He'll send them both to face.
Yeah. That's all right. We'll just end one.
Yeah, but we're going to end one, right?
Yeah. And that's fine.
So here's my question. Do we go ahead and use Nightmare on one of the Doom Guards just to get it out of our hand? So we don't burn another card?
Are we going to burn another card? 1, 2,
We will.
3.
If we just Anduin, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, not Mare one of those guys and then play Anduin.
Well, it's the heal first.
Yes. Good call. And then face.
Yeah.
He has one more Doom Guard in hand, but no cubes. Probably going to see N'Zoth or Gul'dan. He only has 5 cards left.
I think we're still probably... If he Gul'dans, we're dead unless we draw our...
I don't know
Unless
if
we
we
draw
can.
our potion. It's a 2-turn lethal then. Right?
But we still have twisting. We would need Pine-Side Potion would make things easier. Depends what he gets off this. If he gets a Doom Guard, we're in a bad spot. He gets one, but he only gets Void Walkers. So he doesn't get any Void Lords, which means Twisting Nether clears the board.
Yeah. Okay, so first thing you do is dream Ysera back to our hand.
So Dream Ysera?
I think so. Don't you think so? Because she's kind of our win condition now.
Yeah, I like it. So Dream Ysera.
Now, Potion of Madness, one of the 1/3 so that we leave a spot in our hand.
We will with Twisting Nether anyways.
Or we could kill all the 1/3s with the Shadow Word Horror.
Well, then you leave
We
the
wanna
2
clear the
Doom
whole
Guards
board.
up.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. If we Twisting Nether, we won't burn a card.
Okay, that's fine.
Because we're not going to get another Dream card because she's not on the board. And Hero Power Face, I assume?
Yeah. Now he'll just N'Zoth here.
Yeah.
And this was... So we're 3-turn lethal.
Could use a Greater Healing Potion.
If we don't get Greater Healing Potion.
Yeah. If he has N'Zoth. He has 4 cards left. Let's see here. If he runs double Defile, one of those is Defile. If he runs double Doomsayer, one of those is Doomsayer.
He's already used both Defiles.
I only count one.
He used one early game. Right?
There's the other Doomsayer.
Well, I mean, we Shadow Word Horror, the Doomsayer.
Yeah. What after that? Dragon and Operative?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that...
No, we won't get anything. But
Yeah. But it
it's
puts
a 5/6
something out there.
body. Yeah. We really need a Greater Healing Potion.
Yep.
Or Shadow Visions. That's a 2 out of 9.
Priest of the Feast is already gone.
Ugh.
Go ahead and put out the Primordial Drake.
What about putting out Ysera and then next turn Void Rippering and hitting him for 18?
That's fine.
We can use Sarah and Cleric.
Yeah. Hit him for 5.
Yeah.
He'll take 5 on fatigue. So he's got to kill us this turn, right?
Yeah, or we win.
Yeah.
Well, we
yeah.
got Nightmare,
With the
so we're
Nightmare,
definitely...
if he can't kill us.
Yeah, he's got to kill us this turn.
He doesn't have another Hellfire, so doesn't have that.
I don't think he can do it. The Nightmare sealed the deal, right?
I think if he was going to N'Zoth, he would have already done it.
18. Because he'll gain 3. So we're
The reason I don't
because we'll hero power him down. So
the reason I don't think he has N'Zoth is I haven't seen Rin either.
He's working through it.
I mean, we're repping 21 damage on the board.
There's
the twisting.
Oh, that's rough. Shadow Visions for greater healing potion, right?
Yep.
So hit him in the face with Hero Power
face.
first?
Yep.
Shadow Visions. Greater healing.
Yep.
Hit him in the face again.
Yep.
Greater healing.
Yep.
So this puts us out of reach, right? Because he's taken 5.
Yeah, but remember that he's gaining 3.
Yeah, but we can do
that extra 2 back each turn, so he's technically we're negating everything he's got.
Oh, Spell Breaker.
Smell Breaker?
Yeah.
I like that.
Now,
I think you Dust Breaker here.
So Hero Power is face first?
Wait a minute. Hold on. I think you Twilight Acolyte that Spellbreaker.
Okay, but do we Hero Power his face first? Wait,
You see what I'm saying?
yeah, so Twilight Acolyte it and Dustbreaker?
Yeah.
And
It'll
then
put
Hero
our
Power
Twilight
face?
Acolyte at 1, but we'll get 1 shot at his face with the Hero Power.
That's fine. And then face, Dustbreaker.
Right. So that's 7, 4. It's 11.
He's got to
16.
kill the Dustbreaker, right?
He has to kill the Dustbreaker, or he just straight up dies.
There's the other Defile.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't kill the minion.
Well, but we lost our other one now. But he had nothing after that.
Yeah, we had him with the Nightmare.
Yeah.
Go into game 3.
Yep.
Yep.
That was a good game. That was a real good game. He did draw real bad though.
Yeah, that double Doom Guard. And were you paying attention where the cards came from? Because I kind of lost track.
I lost a little bit of track, but yeah.
Yeah, so the reason that I wanted to do the Primordial Drake first was because the Twisting Nether, we'd already pulled 2 of them out. We hadn't seen one yet.
Yeah.
I was wanting to save you, Sarah, but it was really 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
So we have Cabal Shadow Priest, Northshire Cleric, Shadow or Death, and Duskbreaker against another Warlock.
So I think here I would throw back the Shadow Priest and the Shadow or Death.
Keep Duskbreaker?
And I would keep Duskbreaker.
And Cleric, of course, right?
Yeah. And the reason why I throw back to Death is because I would like to draw it off of Visions.
So we could have 2 possibly.
Right. Right.
So we have an activator for the Twilight Acolyte we drew, but we don't have one for the Dustbreaker. Do we go ahead and chuck out the Northshire Cleric?
Yeah. The only time I don't play a Northshire Cleric on first turn is when they throw down 1 before me.
Just face pass?
Yeah. So this guy's definitely rocking Nazoth.
Yeah.
So just
I'd
a
say
heads
so.
up there. So
Do we want to draw here? We could draw 2, but is that dangerous to put 2 clerics out on the board?
I think so.
So just run the one into the beetle and then heal it?
But he's going to draw faster than us. And we need to get to our threats just as much as he does.
So throw the other Northshire Cleric out?
I think I'm okay with that. And then...
That'll put us at 8 cards.
Yeah. And I mean, he's got to clear 2. It may prompt him to use something like a Hellfire early.
Madness is good. We got the pint-sized potion finally after 3 games.
Yeah. Well, we burned 1 last game.
Mortal Coil. This is, if he doesn't, I'll see what else he does. This is good. We can clear this and heal and draw another card. Well, we don't want to heal, do we? Because then we'll be at 10 cards.
You're right.
I mean, we could. Do we think we'll need the coin?
This is kind of an awkward hand. I don't think we'll need the card, but do we need the draw? I don't think we necessarily need to draw either.
So we're going to clear it no matter what, right?
You know what? I actually think maybe we coin and heal the beetle. And send one to face.
Ink says Twilight coin heal.
That works too.
So Twilight Acolyte on it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Run in. Coin. Heal. Okay.
I just don't want it. I don't like him getting it back off N'Zoth.
Yeah, but I'd like to not get to turn 10 with the Void Ripper. We might be able to pull that off. Ooh.
No, this.
Well, no. This is not terrible.
What do you guys think about Void Ripper here and hitting him for 7 this turn?
My thoughts on that are, if he gets a
Hellfire
Void Lord off, we could possibly steal it and run in for 9 by flipping it. But
Right.
that might that wouldn't be killing him. So that wouldn't be killing him.
I like just taking away that 3 armor.
So just run in.
I think so.
Okay.
It gives. I mean, we're going to have to play something next turn.
Yeah.
There it is.
My question is can we steal it and still kill it? Oh, no, we can't steal it. Smart by him.
Okay. Well, that
changes things. That's intelligent. So we can kill it by Void Ripper.
Apparently we lost Forsaken completely.
No, we didn't. I just
fell out of camera.
Oh, yeah.
That's
what do we do
harsh.
here?
I mean, it's not a lot of pressure. The Minari is gonna kill us. I mean, regardless of whether we kill the Void Ripper now or whether.
Minari.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So just go ahead and flip it and kill it. I mean, I think at this point, when he geist, I think we were done.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Matt at Arms said as soon as the Geist hit the board, Versika went out of camera. Versika, 1 mana spell confirmed.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, 8 wrecked. Yeah, I think that was. This guy is teched against this deck, I think. Trafficker.
Yeah.
He needs more free demons to get out. Play a Duskbreaker, I guess.
I mean, you're going to have to Duskbreaker because if not, you're taking 14.
Yeah.
Matt at Arms says this is Spiteful Warlock.
It is, yeah, without a doubt.
I don't know. He used 2 Dark Packs. Why would there be Spiteful in here?
Because you wait till after you use your Dark Packs to cast your Spiteful, and then you're pulling off Twisted Nether.
Ooh.
That's a card you don't see every day.
Yeah.
Well, it's because he got it off the Trafficker.
Yeah.
So the Skull of Minari is going to hurt him for 5 damage every turn.
No, because it's not summoning, is it? It does say summon a demon from your hand.
After you summon a minion, deal 5 damage to your hero.
Dustbreaker here, right?
I mean, that allows him to clear the. It allows him to clear the minion.
Well, I mean, if not, you're going to take 6, 11. Yeah. It's not going to matter.
Yeah. I like Dustbreaker here and heal our face.
Yeah.
Matt at Arms says, "Can we just Leroy somehow?"
Yeah. Now he'll take 5. I mean, that's not really a good way to kill him, but
I was going to say he's at least gonna. That one Dustbreaker removed 11 damage from the board.
Yeah. More damage to him. Do we use Sarah this turn?
No, we Primordial Drake.
Primordial Drake, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely now. Definitely now. Drake?
Yeah.
Does he have another demon? He does not. So he's going to bring that one demon back.
Yep. You know, I like Shadow Word Horror here.
It's only going to kill the 3 Void Lords, but
that keeps him from being able
3 Void Walkers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't hate that, actually.
But before we do that, we still have a turn we can play. So let's do Nether Spite first.
Nether Spite Historian?
Yeah.
Okay. My heart says no storm.
With as much trouble as we had getting off those animal plays last game, I'm
OP?
going to say no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
OP?
Yeah.
Yeah, Matt at Arms says we need to find some way to kill the Void Lord.
What next?
OP, playing OP.
And we're burning.
Heal the Drake. Hellfire.
I couldn't. Sorry.
That screwed us.
Yeah, I didn't know what you guys wanted me to do. Yeah, don't like that. Start with the Drake, with a operative.
Yes.
Stonehill or Amethyst? There's not really merit to N'Zoth, right? We don't have any Death Oils tied.
Good Amethyst.
Amethyst, okay. Now what?
Take out the Terror.
Okay. And done?
Yeah. Don't want him to be able to kill Ren without using his own hero power to do it.
That's fair. Which you probably will do.
Right.
Oh, maybe not.
Well, we wanted him to have to make the choice. He's going to defile to do it, but... Shadow Visions, does that help us?
It'll get us some mind control. That's all it'll get us. That or a death.
Go ahead and operative first.
Operative first. Twisting.
Dirty
Twisting
rat.
nether. I think you're twisting nether here. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Hide that. I have to hide it. Okay. Ran.
Azari's not a threat, by the way. It will not destroy our deck.
Summon a 2/2 demon at the second. Okay, so that's a spell. Okay, yeah. So twisting.
Okay, then what?
And then I would
Rope.
Hellfire.
Gotta go faster, man. Drive me crazy. Okay, so when he gets Azari, the Skull of Minari is going to put it into the board. He'll never be able to play it. That's why you don't put Skull of Minari and Rin together.
Hence the kappa at the end of his sentence.
Oh, I didn't even read that. Primordial Drake or Shadow Word Horror?
Shadow Word Horror first.
Horror? And then heal our face?
Yeah.
And
Shadow
then do we
Visions.
Go ahead and Shadow Visions and get the mind control?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, if I ever see Rin after Skull of Minari, I know not to worry about the Azari. Sometimes the Warlock player won't realize it, and they'll just keep trying to push for the seals.
Like here?
Yeah.
So now I think we probably twisting nether, right?
Twisting heal face?
Yeah.
Because he's not on Azari turn yet, but he'll get Azari next turn, which means we can mind control it.
Yeah.
With twisting, heal face.
Yeah.
I mean, or we could just Anduin to kill Azari and save the mind control for the other Void Lord. One of the two. I'm amazed I haven't seen the other Void Lord. Bottom 4 of his deck?
That was a snap pick.
Yeah.
Now do
that
you
was convenient.
primordial?
I think you Shadow Priest the 1/4 and
Yeah, I
like
like
Priest
that.
to the Feast.
Priest of the Feast?
I think so.
Man at Arms says, watch. He'll Zola the Azari.
Oh. Don't do that. Don't do that to me, Man at Arms. Don't do that to me, Man at Arms. Oh, he's gonna do it. Dirty rat. What about
Okay.
the Sarah? Hellfire.
Once
Okay.
again. Okay.
To file. He's clearing space for his Azari.
You mean our Azari? I mean, he
Well,
could just
do
kill
we
it, but...
No one he has Void Lord left. Don't we just Anduin here?
Yeah,
No,
because we've got the greater healing potion.
Yeah, so
He'll
our
face Anduin.
Yeah.
that's what I like.
And he's still got Nazoth, yeah.
There's the other Void Lord. What's he gonna get off Nazoth though? One Void Lord. Oh, Ren. Okay. Mind control.
I think we mind control Rin.
We're not going to be able to burn his deck, but
I mean, okay, so if we don't mind control Rin, how do we deal with her? I guess a better question is, how do we deal with the 10/10 that's going to come down?
I think I see your logic. That makes sense. So mind control Rin?
Yeah.
I mean, we still have another mind control, possibly, if we can get a Shadow Visions off, another mind control. Oh, that Void Lord came off of the Defender. Okay.
Yeah, it was a snap pick. I figured it was probably Void Lord.
Is that lethal? I didn't count. Six, 8, and 10. That's not lethal. Really close.
It was.
No, it was. Oh, I forgot about
exactly lethal.
The 2/3. Ugh. That's a tough. We faced control / Cube Warlock 3 games in a row.
Yeah.
It's tough. That's tough, but I'm
that was a different kind of Warlock, so
that one was straight control.
I do also want to point out that in that same video yesterday, somebody asked Bro, did he feel like Cube Lock was an issue? And he replied, yes, it is on their radar. So there could be some nerfs coming for Cube Lock in the near future.
I think if there are nerfs for Cube Lock, they'll wait until they see what Witchwood does to the meta. And if it's still on the top of the meta, then maybe they'll do nerfs. But I think they'll let Witchwood settle the meta first before they make any more nerfs.
I think the problem is Pact.
Dark Pact?
Yeah.
What if making it 2 mana?
I don't think making it 2 mana is good enough. I think you're going to have to increase it. You got to put it into Shadow Flame range almost.
Matt at Arms says Cube Lock losing Mistress of Mixtures it'll take a big hit as well.
I agree with that, but I think Pact makes up for it.
The question is besides Mistress of Mixtures, what is it really losing? I don't think anything else.
I mean, Mistress is big. Mistress helps in the early game. Without Mistress, aggro gives Cube Lock a real run for its money.
Sure.
The biggest part will be how do you deal with Possessed Lackey into Dark Pact, which is what's bringing out the Doom Guards, and being able to Dark Pact the cube right after you put a Doom Guard in it. I think the problem revolves around Dark Pact, and I think that's where the solution's got to come from.
That's fair, and obviously they're not going to use something like Sacrificial Pact because what they're killing are not demons.
Matt at Arms says 2 mana is a buff because then Geist doesn't get it, and he's right.
Yeah.
You don't just nerf it 1 mana. If you're going to nerf it, I think you either put it up to 4 and Dark Pact make it only hit demons. I like that too. Yeah, I wouldn't even mind if it healed for 8 if it just hit demons, as long as it just hit demons.
Therefore, it can no longer target the cube. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Lackey, for that fact.
That's true.
Matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's other ways to kill the Lackey. You can.
You're destroying a deck
steal.
archetype.
I don't know if that completely destroys it.
Well, I mean, you're destroying Lackey.
There's other ways. You could lifesteal Lackey. Yeah. There are other ways to kill Lackey. I mean, it only has 2. It's only a 2/2.
That's true.
I mean, so you can still kill it fairly early. Now, the turn you put it into play, probably not, but definitely the next turn.
Well, I mean, and that's the problem. I think you need to not be able to kill it the turn it comes into play.
Yeah, and then that's my thing.
Especially because right now only Priest can handle it, right? Potion of Madness, and it goes
Potion of
out.
Madness, or
It goes out on rotation.
I mean, if people wanted to put in the Iron Beak Owls, you could silence it fairly early. Spellbreakers silence it. Any classic of Polymorph. I mean, there are ways to deal with Lackey. It's just there's not ways to deal with Lackey the turn he comes into play. That's where it hurts. And now if it was turn 8 or 9 and they did turn he came into play, that'd be different. But it's turn 5. They're coining out the Dark Pack, or turn 6. They're just Dark Packing it.
And Geist came out of Knights of the Frozen Throne, so it's going to be around for a long time.
What was it? Knights? The Geist came? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was this past year. I didn't know if it was Knights or Ngoro, but yeah, I remember it was Knights. Yeah. So Geist is a usable tool for that. But again, that's Geist on 6 when they've already done the Lackey turn. So, I don't know. We're just gonna have to see. Like I've said before, we're just gonna have to see what the new set brings, and obviously the players are gonna make a lot of the pro players, the streamers are gonna make the meta the first few weeks, and then we'll see where it settles, and then hopefully Team 5 will make an adjustment at that point. They usually do.
Yeah.
Good show. Good discussions. Yeah.
All right, I'm looking up something real quick while we talk. So yeah, yeah.
Do we have anything else?
Skulking Ghast was not to the Frozen Throne. I wanted to double check, but yeah, that's correct.
Yeah.
Cool. No, that's it. All right, guys. So thanks for joining us this week. Let's see. I have misplaced my show notes. There we go.
Good night, see me. Have a good one.
Yeah. All right. So if you are joining, wait, I already did that one. If you have any questions or comments about the show, please email us at heropowerpodcast@gmail.com. Please hit that subscribe button below on YouTube if you've not done so, or give us a follow on Twitch to be alerted when we go live. And for more details about all the benefits and perks you get from Patreon, check out patreon.com/heropower. And we'll see, until next week, good gaming.
Real quick, we're really close to our next goal on Patreon, so help us out. We're like $21 towards being able to do our merch.
All right, see you guys.
Bye.
Take it easy. See you next week.